Hey friends, this is Tommy Webb, and you're watching Jamie Hughes and Hometown Sports Corner.
In my right boot, I've been saving for a rainy day. I got a tank full of gas in the pickup, a suitcase and a guitar that I play. Something's telling me it's time for moving, and I've never been the one to sit and wait. And I'm gonna hit that state line in a freedom state of mind, never looking back the other way, heading west.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Hometown Sports Corner's coverage of... That was me and Vance Hurley. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, hello to all of you. Jamie Hughes in here for Sports Talk here on Hometown Sports Corner's Facebook page. And we will say to you again, how are you? Good evening to you. Hope everything is well out there for you. Guys, we have been super busy, as you guys know that follow us here on Hometown Sports Corner. Which, by the way, if you don't, you need to go over and hit that follow button. We surpassed 18,000 followers this past week, and we are glad to have all of you. And we'd like to have the rest of you to follow us here on Hometown Sports Corner. But tonight's show, of course, we will be previewing the brackets for the boys and girls 14th Region basketball tournaments. The girls tournament will get underway tomorrow at Hazard High School Memorial Gymnasium. And then Knott County Central will be the home of the boys tournament that will get underway Wednesday night, and we'll try our best to be bringing you those to all of you that are not able to get to the games, but I highly recommend you go to them, folks. There should be some fantastic basketball games here for the next couple of weeks. Then Alice Lloyd College, by the end of the week, I think will be hosting their division of the NCCAA. It's the Christian tournament coming up, and that's going to be held this year in Pippa Passes, Kentucky. And we'll try to get more about that for you sports fans coming up here a little later on this week. But right now, I need to jump away for a quick commercial break. And after this break, we'll be back to take any questions you might have in the comments section tonight. And then also, of course, we want you to hit that like and share button for us. We'll be back with more right here on Hometown Sports Corner's Sports Talk with Jamie Hughes. Tonight's sports program brought to you by Care Cottage. Go visit them at carecottage.org to find out more about the different ways they're trying to prevent child abuse. Hometown Sports Corner and carecottage.org are happy to be teaming up once again for our second season of racing to prevent child abuse, with dirt track racing coming up here next month. But one more time, for the different ways that Care Cottage is working to help Eastern Kentucky prevent child abuse, go to carecottage.org.
To many, home is a place, but to us, home is a feeling. The feeling of comfort and trust. The feeling of being cared for by those who know you.
Hi, I'm Trent Noah, and I'm a graduate from Harlan County High School. I am so excited to start my Division I career where home is cheering me on. Things are just better at home, and home is ARH. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court is happy to once again be sponsoring another event featuring our Knott County youth. Judge Executive Dobson and the members of the Knott Fiscal Court encourage you to support all our Knott County youth in all of their academic and athletic endeavors. That positive reinforcement means the world to these student athletes. This reminder from Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court.
The weekend and weekend mud and torque for getting home. and your little brother, and why he drives you crazy.
Just park it over there.
Nope. I think I'm good there. Okay. Keep it close.
You hit my truck.
Really?
And one tight spot, and the strength, and the smarts,
I knew it.
and the Silverado family of trucks. And Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
CareCottage.org and Hometown Sports Corner are happy to be teaming up for the second season of Racing to Prevent Child Abuse. Care Cottage, located in Hazard, Kentucky, takes so many efforts to help prevent child abuse and to serve those who have been a victim of child abuse. For more information on the ways that you can help them or they can help you, check them out at CareCottage.org. Hello everybody, and how you doing tonight? I see my buddy right there with East Kentucky Junior Sports, Mr. Todd Meadows, been helping me a lot this year, especially behind the scenes. I'll talk more about that just in a moment. Then down in Jackson, Kentucky, Sanders Turner. Those guys do a fantastic job down there as well. We're glad to have him tuning in. I'm sure he probably hit that like and share button for me. There's Watson Lyle wanting to know a little bit about dirt track racing at 201. Brother, my understanding, we're going to get things cranked up and fired up sometime around June over at 201 Speedway. I know everybody's going to be happy about that. I knew that Sanders had already hit that like and share button. I appreciate him very much. You know, it's been another cool thing about this year. I feel like us and the media have worked together better than there's no region in the state of Kentucky that I think's worked any harder to promote the kids and work together this year. Been a whole lot less competitiveness and a whole lot more of sharing each other's stuff, and it's the way it ought to be. At the bottom of the day, when we're here to recognize what these student athletes are doing, it all works out for the good. Now back to Todd Meadows. Not just giving him a shout out. Todd has worked tirelessly for us here at Hometown Sports this season, and he and I think that we have the first round of the Hometown Sports Corner 5th and 6th grade boys all-star game. I'm going to release that after this show. To be quite frank with you, what we had this year, and this, I knew as we grew this would happen. We had some coaches that submitted us every kid they had. And that probably is an injustice to the kids at the end of the day, because you know your kids better than we do. And obviously we can't keep them all. I wish we could. Over 100 kids in some of these all-star games that we're going to have coming up April the 10th, 11th, and 12th. The Hometown Sports Corner all-star games coming up again April the 10th, 11th, and 12th. We didn't want to go against the gentleman down at Breathitt County. Wasn't going to this year. If we could possibly do it, we worked as good as we could together last year, made it work, but it just didn't make sense to have both events on the same day. So they announced they're going first week of April. We're going the second week of April. Again, have to also kind of work around our friends at Alice Lloyd College, and so very thankful for them and everything they've done for us here at Hometown over the years. And so again, our Hometown Sports Corner All-Star Game, Todd Meadows, Chris Godsey, myself, James Sandlin, Hunter Combs, Corey Livingood, the guys that work with the grade school games and the high school games are going to help me, or have helped me, or are helping me, maybe it's the best way to word that, to bring you guys the Hometown Sports Corner All-Star rosters that are coming up here. We'll start posting those tonight. And then when I say post them, what we do, we list the grade and the players. Then we try to start reaching out to the players as best we can. When we hear back from the players, then we will post that so-and-so has committed, so-and-so has accepted their invitation. It's fun, but it's a crazy busy time. And as you can imagine, guys, I think James said to me Saturday he had worked 21 consecutive days. And not all those were doing basketball games. Of course, we both have daytime jobs, but either way, we've been super busy and kind of got to hurry up and get things rolling a little bit more. Second thing of the night, everybody wants to know when are we going to reschedule the fall All-Star Awards that we were giving out for the football and the soccer and volleyball. Guys, my corner has those awards in it. Nobody wants to give those out any more than me. But we want to also find out for sure when that NCCAA tournament is going to be held at Alice Lloyd. We also wanted to see about the district and regional tournaments. We knew it wouldn't be much good to have it while they were going on. So to answer your question, we probably will do that maybe the Sunday before our All-Star games. I'm hoping that I can get the facilities at Alice Lloyd if it's not already been spoken for, and we can have those that night there. So that's something else to mark your calendar for. Kevin Sellers said, are you going to be at the regional tournament? Kevin, yes, I will be at the regional tournament. I'm going to be covering the regional tournament for Hometown 24, the local TV station here in Knott County. We'll be covering the first round of the girls and the boys. And so you can look for us there. We're going to be there probably for all of them. James and I will find a way to take pictures and work some with the radio station, I think, to help those guys maybe do the semifinals and the finals on the radio. But in some capacity, Kevin, yes, we'll be there. I hope you're going to be. Kevin, I hope you saw last week's show. I had your all's 8th grade night interviews on there, brother. And if you didn't catch those, let me know. I'll send you a copy, a picture, or something of it. But I appreciate you inviting me over for y'all's 8th grade night at Cordia Elementary. I really appreciate that school. It's always been so very good to me. With all that said, I still haven't got to the regional tournament, have we? But it will begin at Hazard High School. Let's pull that up and look at it. Hazard High School Girls 14th Region Tournament to be held at Memorial Gymnasium. Starts tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Estill County and Letcher. Lady Engineers won their district. Congratulations again to them and their coach for the second year in a row. They're going to the regionals. Of course, they were runners-up in the regional tournament last year. That's the good news. The bad news is, folks, I think they drew maybe the best of the runner-ups. Letcher Central, and I know everybody looked at the record and looked at the scoreboard and how bad Knott County may have beaten them. It's not a reflection of the Lady Cougars, folks. The previous game between Knott County and Letcher was a 5-point ball game. Coach Keith Baker's team, again, as we saw in the 53rd District semifinals, when Miss Holcomb and Paige Dameron are both firing on all cylinders, as we like to say. They're both hitting their shots and things are going for them. Letcher can make a ton of noise in that tournament. I love the Engineers. Their coach was super good to us last season, and I'm probably going to pay for picking against him as good as he done last year. But I'm going to say Letcher Central wins that basketball game. I'm going to go with the Lady Cougars to make it to the Final Four on Friday night. Then in the bottom bracket, you guys have heard me all season long brag on the Lady Wolves. I still think their starting 5 could play 4 quarters and they could be as good as any team that you've seen this season. The problem for the Lady Wolves has been, and I think will be, when they get in foul trouble. Their depth, their bench is not hardly as deep as the other teams in the 14th. Jazzy Banks, of course, plays in our All-Star game, or has played the last 2, and we hope she'll come back and play in her senior year All-Star game. She's worth going and watching. But the Lady Bulldogs of Hazard host this tournament, and I think last year they were the team that everybody was talking about. what's going to happen down the road. And yes, we were saying that thinking in 3 or 4 years ahead. I think down the road is now. I came 1/8 of calling Hazard to win the region at the beginning of the year. If you guys watched the Hometown 24 preview show, there were 8 of us, I think, on the panel. 7 of them quickly picked Knott Central. Rightfully so. We see what Knott County has done. I was hesitant. I still think at Memorial Gym with a player like Maddie Fronapple that Coach Howard and the Lady Bulldogs can win this entire tournament. I said it before we played the first game, and I'm going to say it now as we go into the tournament. Wolfe County, I've followed you. I've been a big fan from afar, but I'm going to take Hazard to win and go to the Final Four to play Letcher Central. Then over on the right side of the bracket, these are Tuesday night games. First game at 6 o'clock, you see there, Breathitt County, Lady Bobcats. Wow, winners in that 55th district. I saw them firsthand in the All-A tournament. I know why people are such a big fan of them. They have great guard play. In girls basketball, when you have the kind of guard play that they've got, you can always figure Breathitt County and Miss Combs in the picture. However, I feel like their opponents have guard play and maybe a little better interior play. If Kaylee Lowe can keep the Lady Commodores composed, but yet at the same time they've got to find a way to get the ball in the low post early and often. If Purry can do that, I think the Lady Doors win. Yes, I know they're a runner-up in the region, but folks, there have been runner-ups win the region. I think Purry Central makes it to the Final Four. Then that would bring us to the last of the first round games. Knott County Central and Coach Megan Huff's Lady Patriots. Right when I thought I couldn't be any more impressed with them, we went to the 53rd district and called both of their games in the district tournament. Folks, they are playing their best basketball exactly when you want to be. Sure, they've had a great season, and sure, they got a lot to brag about. They won the All-A. They've been a good team on the road, been a great team at home, got the 14th Region Player of the Year. They're senior led, got depth, can play 8, 9 deep before you really tell they've subbed. But the greatest thing about this Knott Central team that stood out to, I think, everybody that saw them in the 53rd district is their defense. I'll take Knott County Central to beat Lee County. Lee, you've had a good run. You upset Owsley, beat them by 2. Not a lot of people even had the Lady Cats in this thing. They'll be playing, as James likes to say, with house money. Nothing to lose, but I think Knott County wins that big. So I would have it to be Letcher Central and Hazard, and I would have it to be Purry Central and Knott. That would be my Final Four. What say you? Who do you think makes it to the Final Four of the girls' 14th region? Tell me who you think. Tell me why. Tell me who you're cheering for. But leave us something in that comment section, would you please? Again, guys, that is the girls' 14th region first round. I picked Letcher, and then I picked Hazard, I picked Purry, and I picked Knott to be my Final Four. Well, who do I think is going to win? Who am I picking to be the team to cut down the nets? Let's talk about that after this word from my friends at Lee's Famous Recipe. Sports fans, have you heard the news? Lee's Chicken now has fish.
At Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, with a 12-piece box of our classic chicken at a special low price. Treat your family to the meal that made us famous. 12 pieces of our honey-dipped, hand-breaded, and pressure-cooked chicken. One bite and you'll see why getting back to basics never tasted so good. Get a deal on a dozen with a 12-piece box of our Famous Recipe Chicken at a great low price. Only at Lee's. Famous for chicken.
Whether it's chicken or the new fish, let Lee's cater your next meal.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
I'm a mom just like you, and I have a son that's fallen into the grip of opioids. Do I see my son as a bad person, a criminal, a drug addict? No, I still see him as my son with a tough behavioral problem that can be treated. That's why I wanted you to know about Frontier Behavioral Health. They see your family the same way. They treat the behavior and send the person you always knew back to you. Call them at 606-297-1501. Real recovery, real change. Frontier Behavior.
Best of luck from your Knott County Circuit Court Clerk, Lisa Boland Allen, to all of the basketball players, cheerleaders, band members, and fans in the Knott County School District. Good luck, Patriots, Cordia Lions, and the June Buchanan Crusaders. From Lisa Boland Allen. Have fun, stay safe, and enjoy the tournament, basketball fans.
Dr. Fran Hughes at Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Quantum Healthcare is now accepting new patients. Dr. Hughes is available Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. We accept most major insurances, Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer a sliding fee scale. Contact us at Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Quantum Healthcare for an appointment with Fran Hughes today. Call 606-436-0711 or visit our webpage, www.kymha.com.
Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court is happy to once again be sponsoring another event featuring our Knott County youth. Judge Executive Dobson and the members of the Knott Fiscal Court encourage you to support all our Knott County youth in all of their academic and athletic endeavors. That positive reinforcement means the world to these student athletes. This reminder from Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court.
And welcome back, sports fans. Again, we do thank each and every one of you for tuning in to tonight's Hometown Sports Corner Sports Talk. Normally, this show airs on Thursday night, and we'll try to get back to Thursday after this coming week. Of course, on Thursday nights, we've been in a gymnasium, have been, it feels like, for the last month. But when baseball season starts, and oh, by the way, with baseball and softball, what we plan to do on this show is to show you some highlights and some interviews from the players and the coaches throughout the area. So you look for that. And, of course, we'll be having some fans in the stands. So you guys, a bunch of you are liking it. Some of you say, now, don't take a picture of me. When you do that, you know we're going to. You might as well smile for the camera. But we've enjoyed bringing you a new thing there by Dr. Fran Hughes and the folks at Quantum Healthcare with East Kentucky Healthcare called Fans in the Stands. Do want to say thank you so much to my newest sponsor from Lee's Famous Recipe in Hazard and Whitesburg. When you're going to the game, don't have time to cook, or if you got a big event and you need someone to cater it, stop by Lee's Famous Recipe. Again, now they've got fish. Can you believe that? But they'll always be known for that famous recipe. I want to say thank you, too, to Lisa Boland Allen, the Knott County Circuit Court Clerk. Friend of mine from the time we were 5 or 6 years old. Lisa has done a great job for the folks here in Knott County as their clerk and continues to support the student athletes, and we appreciate her. Got to say thank you also to my friends at the Bank of Hyman. The Bank of Hyman has sponsored us now every month. From the time they come on board, they've stayed with us, even through the summer months. And I say even through, guys, things get a little bit slower for us, or they had in the past. I'm fixing to fix that too this year, though. I think we're going to do some summer ball. I know we're going to follow baseball down to the state tournament all the way through. So we'll have a little busier summer, needless to say. But let's go back and let's look at the rest of that girls' 14th region and bracket. As you see there, I told you guys I felt like Letcher wins the first game. I feel like Hazard wins the second game. Up in the top of the right bracket, first game Tuesday night between Breathitt and Purry. I'm going to take Purry Central to win that one. And in the bottom bracket, I take Knott Central to win. That sets up Letcher and Hazard, if I'm right. I think, again, Coach Keith Baker's team can pull off another upset. Again, I'm a big fan of the way they pass the ball. Sometimes everybody touches the ball before they shoot. There are even times that I felt like perhaps Letcher Central might should have been a little more selfish with the ball. But that's how they play. They pass the ball really, really well. The pressure kind of hurt them a little bit from Knott County, but guys, Knott County's press right now is probably as good as they'll see or could see at any point. I said all that, and I'm still yet going to go with the Lady Bulldogs. I can't go against Maddie Fronapple and the Lady Dogs winning this thing, or at least making it to the finals. I'm putting Hazard in the finals as I have them beating Letcher. That would be Monday at the first game of the night. Monday. No. You see it. Even though I misspoke, it's on the screen. That would be Friday night at 6 o'clock. I'll take Hazard to beat Letcher in the first game of the semifinals. In the second game, I've got Perry Central and Knott County Central. I feel like the Commodores can give Knott County trouble, especially inside. I don't think Knott County matches up well with Perry Central's interior game. But with that said, I don't know how well Perry can guard Knott County's guard play. What I told you guys in the first segment, I think guard play wins girls basketball at this time of the year. I'm going to take Knott County to beat Perry Central, setting up a 54th district and a 53rd district representative. I'll take Hazard and Knott County playing at Memorial Gymnasium. I think it will be Hazard's time to display what the future holds. But I think it's Knott County's time to prove that the present is theirs. Not just because I'm from Hyman, not just because we're a Knott County station, program, whatever, but just simply because I think Knott County has more depth and they have Kyra McAlliance to lead the way. The seniors are stepping up. You can tell they've got it. I didn't even have to ask them in an interview. They know that this is their last hurrah. For girls that have played, some of them have been part of regional contenders for 6 years. Some of them were playing varsity basketball as 7th and 8th graders. Some of them traveled all over the country with Coach Megan Huff as she was their AAU coach when they were in grade school and junior high, middle school, what have you. And now she's their head coach. I'll take Knott County Central, long story short, to be the 2025 Girls 14th Regional Champions. What say you? Let's hear from you guys that are out there. Who do you think wins the Girls 14th Region? And tell me why. And again, there'll be some keyboard warriors jump on here and say, Jamie's lost his mind, or Jamie's drinking the home Kool-Aid, or whatever. No. I wholeheartedly believe, though, that when it's over, Knott County cuts the nets down. There's my buddy Josh Deaton, man, alive. I can't talk enough about how many good photographers, great photographers, that we have here in the Eastern Kentucky area. And Josh is certainly one of them. I think we saw firsthand in the 53rd District, and we'll see even more so in the 14th Region, just how many photographers we have that could go anywhere and take pictures and capture the moment. Then it blows my mind, after I bragged on the whole group, how many we have just in Knott County and how many they have just in Breathitt County. There's 4, in my opinion, the top photographers in the state in Jackson, Breathitt area. And Josh Deaton, of course, one of them, not just because he's tuning in tonight. I've said that many times, and he knows I am a huge fan of his work. There's my buddy Larry Combs. If anybody watching the show tonight is more excited that dirt track racing is around the corner than me, it's that gentleman right there. Larry Combs, my buddy Red, watching me from Crossville, Tennessee. Won't be long, my friend, and we'll be throwing that flag and cheering on our drivers. Of course, we're looking forward to the Hazard Race Day. Red, I wish you could get up here. It's in Hazard, Kentucky, first Saturday in April, sponsored by Save-A-Lot. I have never had trouble promoting Save-A-Lot because of what they do with this racing event. They'll raise $15,000 to $20,000 pretty much in one day. They have a big auction, they have local businesses and so forth to donate, and at the end of the day, if you don't believe it's real, stay there when the auction's over and the concession stands have been shut down. They bring all the money to a table and they divide it out. 50, 50, 100, 100, 20, 20. If it's 10,000 or 20,000, they split that between two families that are having trouble with their medical bills and travel expenses to get back and forward to the doctors. And it has always been something that I have supported wholeheartedly, and they'll vouch for me. I like to go to the auction. I love to bid on the stuff, but I love even more that I've sat down with Herschel Caldwell, Steve Stallings, and the folks there and showed the people at home what's done with that money. But I said all that to invite you out, my friend. Red, come down to Hazard, first Saturday in April. And Josh Deaton says, yes, sir. You guys do a great job as sportscasters, Josh. I appreciate that, and I am thankful to get to be one of those. As we sang about in church, one in the number. David Adams and Jim Bob and Manus do a fantastic job for Hometown 24. And then they've allowed James Sandlin and I to come on board and help some this year. Jeremiah Melton and Brady Sloan have teamed up with us this year. And we've been blessed to be part of a sports group. Is it fraternity? I think it's fraternity. I don't want to call us a bunch. Anywho, bunch of people that likes to brag on these mountain kids. We enjoy it from the preseason all the way down to Rupp Arena. We'll be covering, and we're looking forward to that. And want you guys to do so as well. Hey, guys, we still got the boys tournament to talk about, but I want to jump back and talk about my Hometown Sports Corner All-Star Game coming up April the 10th, 11th, and 12th. April the 10th, 11th, and 12th. That'll be held at Alice Lloyd College. We have 5th and 6th grade All-Star games, 7th and 8th grade All-Star games, 9th and 10th grade, and 11th and 12th grade. The upperclassmen boys games are played on Thursday night. The upperclassmen girls game will be on Friday. And then the grade school 7th and 8th grade games are on Saturday. Why just 7th and 8th? Because there'll probably be 5 or 6 games. Each kid that comes gets a t-shirt. Each kid that comes that wants to can participate in our 3-point knockout competitions. And then, of course, they'll play 2 halves of basketball on a collegiate court, broadcast on Facebook, YouTube, and hopefully cable this year. We have several photographers and want all those I just bragged on to come up and take pictures. Therefore, it trickles back onto their social media pages. It goes in the local newspapers. And we just have a bunch of fun with it. Cost the kids nothing. We don't charge an entry fee. We do have an admission price, and all of the admissions goes to the Hometown Sports Corner Scholarship Fund. At the end of the year, after we paid the bills, the insurance was about $600. We had to pay the referees. We wouldn't ask them, won't let them to do it for free. They're giving up valuable evenings, time from their family. So we pay the referees. And then anything else, all of us that broadcast and work, volunteer our time, that money then goes back into our Hometown Sports Corner Scholarship Fund. Now, last year we gave away 6 scholarships. We were able to raise about $1,200. We went ahead and made it enough to where it was $1,500, I think, by the time we done a little baseball camp. We gave all that away. With that said, this year we're going to surpass the 6 scholarships. You sound pretty confident. Well, I'm confident because I know what my wife and I are doing. My wife has, tonight, she and I have been talking about it, and she's prayed about it, and she wants to honor her mama. And so she's going to give away 2 $500 scholarships. It will be the Sherry Hatfield Sunshine Scholarship Awards. We've made a post right before I went on the show. It's why I was a little bit late. And the Sunshine scholarship awards will be given in honor of Fran's mama. Fran's mama was just a delight to be around. She loved community service. She enjoyed it more than anybody I ever met, giving out things to the nursing homes and helping fundraise for needed kids. Any way she could help, she loved that. And so Fran will, in honor of her mama, be giving away 2 $500 scholarships. We posted the details. Got to have a few things you got to meet, and you can send that to Hometown Sports Corner, or you can send those applications to me personally. I will then get with Fran, and then we've got some other people that are come on board and are going to help us with this year's scholarship nominees. But that's one thing that we're doing to try to recognize and to help with the college scholarships. Second thing, I told you I knew we were going to give at least 6 or more than 6. I'm going to give away myself and my family 4 $250 scholarships. That's what the scholarships were last year. They were $250. The kids got a check and a certificate the night they came to the awards banquet. Well, my dad was a construction worker. He was a mason. He laid block and poured concrete all of his life. Anybody that knows this knows it's hard work. Okay, there's no easy way to do it. To honor my dad, this year I'm going to give away 4 $250 scholarships. Going to call it the James Hughes Hard Work Award. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give 2 of those scholarships to kids that are going to vocational school. My dad, of course, was a mason. You could went to college. Several masons do. But no better way to learn those carpentry and skills traits than to go to vocational school and to just jump in there with your hands and start hammering the nails. And so 2 of my 4 scholarships will go to kids going to vocational school. But Dad also was determined that I was going to college. He'd work me hard in the summers in the construction work, and at the end of the summer he'd laugh and say, "You're looking forward to going back to college, ain't you, son?" So I'm going to also give away 2 college scholarships. So there's 6 college scholarships, plus, guys, again, whatever we can raise at our basketball games, a couple more camps we'll have this spring, and we'll give those away. The deadline for those 6 scholarships, I think, again, we made that April, I believe it was the 5th. We got to have about a week to go through the nominees, and then we want to give you time to reach out back to you to tell you when the date is for sure and that you need to be there. But again, that is 6 scholarships, just a way for us to try our best to give back here to the kids, to show you guys how much we love this place. This is home to me and Fran. We live here, obviously. Our church is here. Our daughters both attend school here. She works here in Perry County, and I work over in Floyd County, and we just want to give back. Any kid in the 14th or 15th region can apply for those scholarships. You do not have to be an athlete. That doesn't mean you can't be, but again, I want to give 2 of the 4 that I'm giving away will go to kids going to vocational school, and the other 2 will go to kids going to college, and then my wife's 2 $500 scholarships that she's given in memory of her mama will be given away. And that's all part of the Hometown Sports Corner awards night that we have for the scholarships, not just athletic awards. Again, we had last year, we give 6 awards away, and James and I went back and looked at it. 3 of them were athletes and 3 of them were not. And it just worked out that way. We had a recipient from Cordia. We had a young lady, I think I'm right when I tell you, from June Buchanan, and then a couple from Knott. We're going to try and expand it a little bit more this year. And we also have some other local businesses that have promised us they want to step up. We've got a couple of families that want to do memorial scholarships for their loved ones. So I think you'll see this thing. I'll have more big announcements coming up about it, and we'll look forward to growing this just a little bit more. Now, guys, before we get into the boys' basketball season, that is they're coming up to an end with their tournament. I see my buddy Kyle Maggard is tuning in, so now be a good time to let him know I didn't forget, brother. AMW You want to check it out. That's a good transition, right? From scholarships to going to school on the wrestling ring. AMW Showdown premieres March the 4th. That's Tuesday night at 7 o'clock on YouTube. Folks, I was there when they were filming this program. It should be a super fun-filled night for you as the AMW Showdown premieres. You want to certainly make sure that you planning on being part of that. Next week, more than likely, my show will be on Sunday again. And then the following Thursday, I'd like to have Kyle and a couple of the wrestlers on here. But you want to go ahead by then. We will have been close to the third, or we'll have already had 3 of these shows there. And we don't want you to miss out. So again, AMW Showdown premieres March the 4th. Guys, I've now been to their last 3 shows, I think, and I've enjoyed all of them. And if you're not going out to we call them the house shows, you're missing out. And we'll talk more wrestling as it gets closer. Then I want to give a big shout out to the Knott County Elite. How about Dustin Mosley and Darren Sloan smiling from ear to ear with their basketball players? They won the big tournament this week down in, I think I'm right when I say it was in Tennessee. But either way, they won their first AAU tournament of the season. Look at the talent on that team. If I start naming them, I'll leave somebody out. But, oh my goodness, fellas, no wonder you had so much success. Look at the athletes you got on that team. I see all of you, fellas. Congratulations, certainly, to all of you. And then, of course, everybody been talking about the fans in the stands. Guys, don't you worry. We'll have that camera going, and we'll be ready to present you more fans in the stands. Do want to say, too, how much I enjoyed covering the 53rd District basketball tournament over at Letcher Central. We had ourselves a fun week over there. It's a little tiresome by the time you get to the end of the week, but what you're looking at right there is the boys' 53rd District all-tournament teams, and those gentlemen certainly deserve the accolades that they got, and you won't find any better. Mr. Andrew Neese from Cordia should have been in that picture as well. Unfortunately, he couldn't be there, and so that's why he's not. But Mr. Andrew was also amongst those to make that, and so we encourage you very much. How about this gentleman here, Mr. Chance Amberger? He was the 53rd District regular season MVP, as voted on. I guess that was voted on, I'm assuming I'm right when I tell you, by the coaches. And so he won that award. And then Mr. Cameron Hayes was the tournament MVP. You see, actually, I don't know if Cam's in that picture. 0 for Cordia, or for Jenkins, rather. But we'll try to pull that picture up and show everybody here just in a moment. But before we do that, guys, we're here to talk about the 14th region basketball tournament. And we want you guys that are out and about, that are tuning us in here on Hometown Sports Corner, to look at the bracket with us. We'll give you our predictions, and then we'll hear what you guys have to say about it. We'll ruffle some feathers with the boys, I promise you that, but that's okay. It won't be the first time I've done it. But before I do that, I'm going to hear from my buddies at Tim Short Automotive. We'll be back.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is proud to sponsor tonight's sporting event. Nelson Frazier has the highest quality American-made funeral products, cremation services, mausoleums, and memorial markers, all with a family budget in mind. With 3 chapels located in Hyman, Martin, and now in Prestonsburg, Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is local people serving local families.
On streets of glory.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.